Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I was too busy admiring my max cape. Okay, okay, that one should have stayed in the draft. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the duo group Ironman. I just maxed 1.5 episodes ago, and now I can finally play the game. Last video, even though it was the first post-max progress video, I didn't really feel like I could do whatever I wanted because I had a bunch of clue scrolls to open. So all of last video was just a huge pre-planned clue scroll opening video. But now I really and truly feel like I can do anything I want to do. Since I maxed, all of my AFK time has solely been fishing karambwans. I started with 0 in the bank and I'm up to over 18,000 at this point. And I'll continue to do this in my free time, but I'm gonna have to fish a bunch of karambwanjis first. I can't believe how fast I went through those. I'll show you how much I end up with later tonight when I go to AFK, but it is not AFK time yet. It is questing time. Let me hide the completed quests so you can see there's only one quest left to go for the quest cape, Secrets of the North, which also unlocks a new boss that just came out, the Phantom Muspah. It must have been a pretty fun boss to design, huh? Hello? Tough crowd, huh? Unfortunately, in the last video, when I was opening all the clues, I did not get ranger boots, so I'm still just using god d'hide boots. Although I've got to say, it's not the worst thing in the world because I think the god d'hide boots, at least the armadillo ones, look a lot better than the pig Asians would look. With this gear, or maybe that's just copium. I already know 2 common questions that are just going to continue to come up in this whole post-max era of playing this account relating to the max cape. The question of why do I have the crafting cape and the con cape instead of just the max cape? And why am I bringing these if I also have a max cape on my back? You know what, I'm gonna go back to the bank because I have to grab out my max cape to show you the difference. First thing, with these 2 capes, these are one-click teleports, meaning I could set to left click or shift click or whatever I want. Just one-click teleport to wherever I want to go. However, with the max cape, it is not a one-click teleport unless you have it equipped. And then from here, you can like set a left click to the crafting guild or your POH or something. But I'm not going to have that equipped because this cape is better. Or if I brought it with me, if I had to equip it and then use the teleport, that's still not a one-click teleport. And for the other question, when you add a max cape into an assembler or you add a max cape into imbued god cape, for example, it is solely a cosmetic upgrade to the item that you add it to. So this is the same as having an assembler, but it just looks different. It doesn't actually have all those perks that the max cape has. Now there is one kind of slight difference, which is that it doesn't weigh as much. So that's kind of nice for like raiding or something maybe. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, for bringing both of these capes, it's more so if I'm doing a shorter trip kind of bosses. Like if I'm at God Wars, then yeah, I'd just bring the max cape instead of 2 separate capes. But with Zora, I always just do 1 kill trips and then go back to the POH to restore. Probably the same thing with Vorkath as well. And who knows, maybe Muspah, but I haven't done it before and I haven't really watched too many videos on it, so we'll find out. By the way, this is a pretty significant weight difference. The assembler is 5.896 kilograms, and then the assembler max cape is 0.453 kilograms. I'm at 1754 Zora KC, and you may not even see a single Zora clip if I don't get anything, so if that's the case, I will see you back once we start the quest. Wait, I lied, I do have something very important to show. Are you ready to begin the final quest on the group Ironman?
No.
Oh, you don't have the requirements, do you?
No, I'm just scared.
You have to fight Muspah, like a weak version of Muspah, just like how for Dragon Slayer 2 you have to fight the weak version of Vorkath.
Yeah. I have no idea what Muspah is like.
I've watched a couple of videos. It doesn't seem too bad, at least for the quest version.
Who do you think the killer is?
Me.
What the heck?
I'm gonna use my max cape to teleport me to Yanel.
Okay, cool.
Nice watchtower teleport.
Yeah, it's closer.
But I have a max cape, by the way.
Didn't ask.
Wait, I thought this was a British game.
What?
Why'd they add US presidents into the game?
Good one.
Wait, I didn't mean to start the boss fight. Wait, I didn't look at the guide yet. I mean, it's fine. It looks like it's a pretty easy fight. Okay, that was super easy. Alright.
I'm gonna go heal up at my house. Or I guess I can't heal. I don't have the pool.
Oh, you can use
Go
my
to your
house.
house. Yeah. I mean, if that's okay.
Yeah, you
Am
can
I
come on
allowed in
over.
your house?
Yeah, just clean your paws before you come in.
Okay. Can I watch you fight?
If you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never done it. I'm just watching this Slur Music guide for advice, which arguably may be a good or a bad thing. I don't know.
I want to watch you do it.
Okay. I'm so glad they gave him a bow sword. It's such an iconic weapon that never actually existed. Okay, well that was easy. Oh yeah, I'll just use the ACB whenever you finish with it.
You can take it first.
No, it's fine. You can go. Ladies first.
I put it in storage.
Okay.
You go first and I watch you.
Alright. Never even heard of sapphire bolts before people started using it for this boss. I'm just gonna make a few for now. And then I think they're like a necessity, so if I go camp out the boss, I'll make a bunch more. I mean, if Slur Music can do it and Link's Ocarina can do it, then surely I can do it.
I believe in you.
Thanks, you're the first person to ever do that. Imagine if you had to watch this cutscene every time you fight the boss. I'm sure it's just for the quest though. Pretty sure. Okay, oh, new music track. Okay, I have to freeze him.
Wow.
Okay, frozen. This reminds me of Maging Bandos. Did a lot of Mage Bandos kills. Seems very similar. I have to dodge that. Okay. We're doing it. Oh, that's a mage hit. Okay, we tank those. Okay, now I have to range. Oh, there's a save tile for this, but I don't have it marked because I wasn't thinking of... Okay,
No.
it's fine. I'll figure it out later. Oh no, I need to get behind there. Okay, nice. Oh, okay, soul split phase. Range, and then... Oh wait, let me proc that. Oh my god, wait. No, that was so fast. Okay, easy. Oh, mage, okay, wait, I know what I'm doing. Okay, okay, dead. Nice.
Nice.
You must have way lower mage defense during the quest because I was freezing him like every time.
Oh, I don't have the stats for the ward.
Okay. I mean, I'll take it back then if
Yeah.
or I guess you just put in group storage, whatever. Wait, make sure you're trading the right person. Are you trading me? Or is that you?
I don't know. Oh no, they took it. I don't know if that was you.
Well, I'm still waiting for you to trade me.
I gotta go.
Wait, trade the... Wait, I need the ward.
I gotta go,
Hello?
actually.
Wait, trade. PTSD to 2007.
I did it.
Oh, nice. First try Fridays. Let's go. How was it? Was it like easy for you, hard for you?
It was a little bit hard because I like forgot everything at first.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like with any boss, once you do it a bunch of times, then you know how to do it. Isn't it like if you grab the quest cape out of the cape rack and you don't have all the quests done, then you can't put it back in? Yeah, that is how it is. It doesn't matter for us because we have banks, but you know, for any ultimate Ironman out there. Let's see it disappear from the quest list. Boom. Secrets of the North completed. After 15.5 months of playing Group Ironman, we have finally achieved the goal that we set out for since the start of our accounts, the Quest Cape. Were you gonna fight the boss, or otherwise, I don't know if you mind if I take the ACB?
You can take it.
Oh, okay.
Do you want the bolts I made?
No, it's fine. You can keep them. How many did you make?
800.
Oh, wow. No, I got plenty of sapphires and stuff, so.
Oh, and the heart.
Oh, yeah.
I would never kiss other frogs.
What do you mean, other frogs? So loyal. XP lamp. What do I use these on now? I guess, I don't know, probably still Herblore. Good morning. Today was the Wilderness boss rework, and I have something to show you in here. So I'm not going to be going to any of the wildy bosses probably for a while. Definitely not anytime soon. Like, I'd rather just wait until all the wildy spots calm down from the PKers and all the hype and whatnot. But some other updates. KQ now drops the D pick at 1 out of 400. You have a chance to get it from Volcanic Mine ore packs, which is like a gamble. You still have to pay to repair it when you get it from there though. 2.5 million GP. And the D pick from KBD went from 1 out of 1500 to 1 out of 1k. And the thing that's extremely relevant to me at the moment is Phantom Muspah tweaks, it seems like whenever I'm about to try out content for the first time, the drop table gets nerfed or the boss itself gets buffed or something. And then whenever I just came off a long grind of doing something, then that whatever loot table gets buffed or the boss or whatever gets nerfed. And here's another perfect example of that because they just nerfed the loot table today of Phantom Muspah. The same day I'm about to try it for the first time. Hey, wait, one more serving of Karambwanji, 100k. Before we continue on and try out Muspah, it is time. It's time. It's been like 4 months. I got 4 on the sides, couple inches off the top. I wasn't allowed to leave the house until I maxed, so that's why I had to wait until now. But now I can play more RuneScape. I'm watching Mr. Mammal's guide right now, and he's showing the safe spot tile for Muspah. So I'm just gonna copy the regionId in here. I'll put this in my video description as well, but just so you know, I got from Mr. Mammal's video. Copy that, and then import ground markers. Yes, and now it should be there next time I go back in. This shortcut wasn't here before the quest was added, was it? Because every time I've gotten a clue step here in the past, I've always run around. I don't think this was here. Maybe it was. No, I swear it wasn't. Before I go in, I'll just show you my gear setup and inventory setup, which will probably change over time, but this is just my initial guess of what's going to be good. Oh, I'm so nervous. It's just another like Zora / Vorkath kind of boss, so I'm nervous now, but I'm sure once I get it down, it'll be very easy. Well, I'm not sure, but we'll find out. Oh, okay, wait, here's the phase. Just click on him once and then... Yeah, so these things can't hit you when you're on this tile. That's pretty chill. Wait, is that safe? No. 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 The freaking defense cape. No, I can't believe it. That was supposed to... okay, let's go to Ring of Life settings, disabled. Okay, oh my god, dude, that was definitely the kill. I didn't need to be saved there. Let's try this again. It's probably not a good spot to be in, huh? Oh god, what do I do? Bro, what do I do? Okay, I survived. First Muspah kill. Okay, I have no idea what any of the uniques are. That was 4 minutes, 17 seconds. I don't know if that's good or bad. I saw the scoreboard out here though. I thought this was interesting. The global best time is 56 seconds. Wow. Oh, this stuff is tradable. So it's like Zora scales. Well, it's not, but kind of. Yeah, and I'm just gonna be doing 1 kill trips. KC number 2, another huge PB by 1 second. I did not know it could start on that phase. Oh, that's unlucky. The spike. Oh my god. This spike is on the safe spot tile and then I got pushed out. 3KC, new PB. Wait, that's a massive roll of the Ancient Essence. How much is this kill worth? That was 417k. Wow. Oh, they dropped clue scrolls. Wow, that is a really big PB. I did not use any food. 250. Oh, charged ice. Oh, dude, okay, I have to drop all this stuff. Let me leave the room because it respawns and I'll explain it. Here's the unique drop table for Muspah. The charged ice is guaranteed if you get the kill under 3 minutes, and it's the metamorphosis for the pet. So probably will never be useful for me, but at least I have it. Frozen Cash is just like extra runes. The Ancient Icon is the upgrade to the Ancient Staff. The Venator Shard, you need 5 of these and you're able to make the Venator Bow. But it's 1 out of 100, so I'd have to kill 500 Muspah to meet the drop rate. And then the pet, 1 out of 2.5k. And then the Ancient Essence you can use for making Forgotten Brews. You can upgrade the Imbued Heart to the Saturated Heart, and you use it to charge the bow, which gives it its passive effect. And the passive effect allows the bow to hit multiple targets. I feel like I'm getting pretty good at not using food here. I started bringing less food here as well, so I should start doing like 2 kill trips or more than 1 kill trips. And instead of waiting for the respawn timer, you can just go out and go back in. This thing drops supplies too, so I could just like stay here forever if I just keep on getting supply drops. Super restores. Oh, it's too many supplies. And sharks too. Wow, that was a 4 kill trip at Muspah, and I learned that your supplies do in fact stay on the ground, and actually I can make this trip last even longer now that I got even more supplies. Ended up being a 5 kill trip with a lot of supplies left over. Here's my new setup for Muspah. I don't bring the stamina potion because I don't use it, and bring a bit more prayer pot, a little bit less food. And I was just looking at some guides on YouTube. There is a range only method where you run in like an octagon and just kite the boss around, and you just bring stamina potions with you for that. You know how I was saying it's sort of like another Zora / Vorkath boss? Well, just like those two bosses, Muspah also drops noted manta rays, so there's even more rationale for that comparison. You know what this boss really feels like to me though? It's like a combination of doing Mage Bandos and Demonics. This boss also drops cannonballs. It's always 666, of course, so that'll be very nice for my champion scroll cape grind. Alright, boss voiceover time. When the fight starts, Muspah will be greenish bluish if it's ranging, or brown if it's meleeing. You'll have a couple seconds at the start to figure out what form the boss is before it starts attacking you, so that way you can put on the right gear and prayers. In this case, it was brown, and if you know the combat triangle, you know that melee is weak to mage. So I got on the mage gear, and then I freeze it, and then hit it down with the trident. The bulk of the fight is Muspah switching its form between range and melee around every 100 damage that you do to it. And the signal for the form switching is this spike that comes up underneath you. Here's a replay of that one more time in case you missed it. Now Muspah is in its range form, and again, if you know anything about the combat triangle, well, forget everything you know because I'm ranging it, not meleeing it. You do have to be on the lookout during the range form because occasionally Muspah will throw a mage hit, which is a big purple ball, and I would highly recommend having the game sounds on because you definitely won't miss it then. I didn't get a mage ball during that range phase, but during the next range phase, I'll show you what it sounds like. It has two special attacks that it uses throughout the fight. The one you see right here is the homing spikes, and for about 20 seconds, these spikes will follow you around the arena, and you don't want to be hit by them, so you gotta be constantly running away from them. And see that spike popping up under me? That's the one that signifies the form changing again, so back to my range gear, praying range, but remember to look out for the mage hits. So that was 2 mage hits followed by a range hit. I just want to leave the range hit sound in so you could hear that one too and see how different they are. And here's the second special attack, the Charged Clouds. I run to the safe spot tile, and you could just AFK here, but I just get too lazy to switch out my mage gear if Muspah was just in its melee form. So I just throw on the Bofa and get a couple hits in with that. And that's because the trident will drag you out of the tile if you try to use it from there. But from this tile, the Bofa will reach everywhere Muspah teleports to. By the way, that mage ball is only during the range phase. I don't think I said that before, but during the melee phase, you don't have to worry about the mage ball. And back to its melee form once again. Once you have a bit of practice with this part of the fight, you'll be more comfortable turning off your protect melee when you know that the boss isn't going to reach you and you have a bit more confidence. We're coming up on the soul split phase, which the wiki says it happens at sub 150 hit points, so I'm inclined to believe the wiki. And what happens is that first, Muspah will go into the center of the room and send out a shockwave that deals a lot of damage. But you can negate that damage by hiding behind a spike so that you're out of the line of sight from the boss. While I'm behind the spike, I make sure I'm in my range gear, and this is where the crossbow and Sapphire Bolt's E come into play. Muspah puts up a shield with 75 hit points that can only be damaged by prayer draining methods, for example Smite, or Enchanted Sapphire Bolts, or the Ancient Mace, not recommended though. The wiki says the Sapphire Bolt's E have a 5% chance of proccing, or 10% with the Candor and Hard Diary, but I swear it feels more common than that at Muspah. Or maybe I'm just new to the boss and don't have enough experience to know for sure yet. It also says your opponent's prayer is drained by 1/20th of your range level, so it should always hit a 4 if you're 99 range, but what it really does is it always hits like a 33 on Muspah. I'm not going to question the code though, it is what it is, and I think it's a cool use for an otherwise unused item. It also restores your prayer a bit too when it procs. And the reason why the ACB is especially super good here is that its special attack doubles the base chance for enchanted bolts to proc, and it only uses 50% special attack energy, so you get to use it twice. I'm just showing a few different examples of different kills in the background before we get back to the main kill I was showing, but you can see me flicking Smite. And because Muspah has a 5-tick attack speed, which is the same as the ACB, you gotta make sure you're not on the same tick if you're gonna be flicking Smite. But if you're just learning the boss, you probably shouldn't worry about flicking Smite at the start, and just let the bolts do their job. If you've been watching these clips I've been showing though, you can probably tell whenever I use the spec of the ACB, It's so beautiful for this phase. One last thing to keep in mind during the soul split phase is that Muspah can still sometimes use those mage attacks, so just be prepared to switch pairs accordingly. And once the shield is down, Muspah will stay in range form for the rest of the fight, so don't forget to watch out for those mage hits. And at this point, after every 4 attacks, Muspah will create a bunch of spikes on the ground. So as long as you're anticipating the spikes and potential mage hits, you'll be good to go. Whenever it's my first time doing a boss, I like to voice over a full kill to show how it's done, because first off, it helps me learn and solidify the knowledge by explaining it out loud, and also because anytime I show myself killing a boss in any video, there's always comments asking if I could show a full kill, especially for a new boss like this one. So going forward, I'll just be able to link this clip to people. Granted, it may not be the best example considering I sort of messed up multiple times. The boss just came out, it's my first couple hours of killing it, but it shows what's possible within a couple hours of trying this boss. Hey, you guys like my Ellie? I wish, bro. Oh, a frozen cache is a new collection log item. The frozen cache gives a chance to give loot from this drop table, including another frozen cache, or you can get one of these items too. But I don't really care too much about any of these. I'd rather just save the frozen cache in case someday I want to do a loot from X amount of frozen cache. I'd already have some saved up that way, so I'm just gonna dump it into the bank. The frozen cache reminded me of someone. I'll do an impression of them, and then you have to guess who, okay? No purple, but we got a catch a rune, so that's kind of nice. Spook was asking me what I plan to do after killing Muspah. So I don't know for sure what I'm going to do. Maybe go for 100 KC, and then I was just throwing out a bunch of ideas of things we could do after. And then she said whatever I want to do. So I recommended this song to her by Bowling for Soup. I said that she might like that song, and she asked if I like it, and I said no. And then, yeah. The song, by the way, is about having a girlfriend with absolutely no opinion, just for reference. Whew. I mean, calculated, always calculated. I started with 100 Sapphire Bolts E-equipped, and in 32 KC, I went through a bit over 50, but because I'm still learning, there were some times where I was accidentally attacking with the ACB instead of the BOFA. So you'd probably get like 35, 40 kills per 50 Sapphire Bolts. Yeah, so 100 Sapphire Bolts would get you like 70 kills or something, 70 or 80 kills. It just goes to show a little bit goes a long way with these. Oh, the Ancient Icon. That's the upgrade for the Ancient Staff. Yo. That was 1 out of 50 for that, and I got it at 35 KC. It's kind of like getting the Vorkath head, right? Except it's not guaranteed on 50 KC in this case, but sort of a similar concept. You get to upgrade more of an early game piece of gear. I have been in this room for an uncomfortably long amount of time. Let me pick up all this stuff and then I'll count how many kills I did this trip. I kept getting those supply drops like 3 times. The math says that that was a 10 kill trip, 1.6 mil of loot. Actually a bit more because I got death runes and maybe some other runes too that went into the rune pouch. Then the Ancient Icon, we'll make that right now. So here's what the Ancient Staff looks like in case you forgot. We're gonna talk to Eblis. Yes, please, and there is the Ancient Scepter. And it is smaller and someone got hungry and took a bite out of it. That's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. I'd be scared to see this guy in the wildy. The main differences with the Ancient Scepter is that magic attack goes from plus 15 to plus 20, and the magic damage goes from 0 to 5%, and magic damage is really like the most important thing. And the Ancient Scepter has a passive effect which makes your ancient magics 10% more effective. For the relevant stuff, your blood spells will heal more and your ice spells will freeze people for longer. I decided for this video I'm just gonna go to 50 KC, not 100 KC, because the video is already getting kind of long, and mainly because they're probably gonna add combat achievements to Muspah in the future. They don't currently have any. And a lot of the times with these combat achievements, they're sort of just passive stuff that you get lucky with over time. You don't have to go out of the way for them necessarily. And knowing my luck, there's probably going to be an endurance task to get like a 10 kill trip or something, which of course I just did, and that'd be hard to get in the future. Well, I guess I could just brute force my way through with an inventory of brews and super restores. But either way, I just want to move back into some other content anyways. Slayer. Okay, no one saw that. This trip has gone on a lot longer than I thought it was going to, so let me just teleport out of here. That's probably like a 10 kill trip as well, actually. I just kept getting the freaking supply drops again. Well, anyways, I ended up getting beyond the 50kc I was originally planning on going to because of that. Let's throw all this in the price checker. And this trip was worth over 2 million GP plus the runes, the death runes that end up going into the rune pouch. So probably like 2.2 mil. Here is the loot tracker from 57 Phantom Muspah. It was almost 11 million GP. I got 40,000 of the ancient essence, and I'm gonna need 150k to upgrade the imbued heart into the saturated heart. So hopefully they add some combat achievements soon. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to end up coming here before they add the achievements. I'm sure they'll add them eventually. Going by these numbers, I would have to get to about 200 KC to reach 150k ancient essence. But I'm just going to move on from here because I want to work on some other stuff. And next video, I want to start off by going back to Slayer, and the task that I left off with months ago was Black Demons, so Demonic Gorillas. We've still only had 3 Zenites total, so it'd be nice to maybe finish our first Zenite set. And speaking of sets, there is another very important set that's kind of been the elephant in the room for us for a while that we really have wanted to get for a while. But you'll find out in the next video. So with that said, make sure to check out my duo teammate Spookdog's channel, linked below in every video description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.